So, hello everyone. This is Jomar Hilario, and tonight we're going to interview Ana Margarita Olar. She is an OFW from Saudi Arabia, a nurse, and she's now in Tarlac. So, umuwi na siya, and the way the evening goes is very simple. I ask her initial questions about her background, on how come she's an OFW and she's no longer working there, background niya, past, and then yung success journey niya. And then you guys get a chance to ask her any questions you may wanna ask. We are so used to questions here. Most of them will ask, how much are you making? By the way, if you're gonna ask that question, can I just ask you the question first? Before you answer the question, how much are you making, kay Ana, sagutin mo muna yung tanong, how much are you making? Sabihin niyo sa amin how much are you making para fair, di ba? Kasi you really don't ask strangers in the street or even office mates, how much are you making? Di ba kasi hindi ba kakahiya yun or rude? In any case, you can ask that question as long as you're willing to answer the same question, di ba? How much are you making? Kasi we are here to orient you about this virtual assistant. However, we're not here to be judged by people na, ay, ang liit-liit naman, ay, ang laki-laki naman, ay, papanay ganun. So, to avoid that, please note that if you're gonna ask a question like, how much are you earning, understand na kung nachichipan ka sa kinikita ko, okay, it's because of your lifestyle. It's not because I earn too small compared to you. Mahal ka lang gumastos. So, kanya-kanya kasing sagot yan, di ba? Kanya-kanya kang sagot kung sino yung kung paano ka gagastos ng pera, it's really up to you. Yeah? Somebody else is talking ba? Meron ba? Sandali let me check. So, let's go and start the questions. Okay? By the way, you guys are gonna ask a question by typing it in. If you have ang tawag sa sistema na yon, headset, na hindi CDR King, na hindi gawa sa China, na cheap, na hindi A4 Tech, pwede kang mag-ask ng questions verbally using your mouth, but you have to tell us to turn on the microphone. So if you have ano pangalan sa sistema na yon? Yung headset, microphone, earphone na hindi cheap, made in China, hindi A4 Tech, hindi CDR King, and if you're using a headset, then you can ask a question verbally. We cannot allow you to say something aloud pag hindi ka naka-headset kasi mag-feedback lang, mabibingi tayo lahat. Okay? So, I hope you understand that. So, yan. Okay. Ana can actually see your questions, but I'm gonna ask the first question and then take it from there. Okay? So, hi Ana. Ay, teka lang. Natanggal ko yung mute. Ingay kasi ng background niya eh. Wow, dami. Hello. Unfortunately, hindi ko siya ma-unmute. So, ang gagawin natin, i-kick out natin si Ana para pumasok siya ulit. Okay? Kasi I don't know how to unmute her. Ayaw mag-respond eh. So, dismiss ko siya. Bonk. She's out. And let's see her come back again. In the meantime, let's just magtanong kayo sa akin muna. Hindi. Tanongin natin si Diane because Diane is our backup. And I can't unmute her. Okay, very good. Hi, Diane! Kwentuhan mo kami kasi
Hi, Jomar!
Lakas ng boses. Sandali.
Ay, sobrang lakas ba?
Sobrang lakas.
Sandali lang
Hindi, okay lang. Boses mo lang gagalawin mo.
Okay
boses
na?
mo lang. Bibig mo ang gagalawin mo, hindi computer. Okay, so Diane, tell us your background a little bit because Anna is not here. She went away. So, your background, please. I'm gonna look for you sa internet.
Okay. Taga Calibo, Aklan ako.
Full name.
My name is Diane Cecilia A. De La Cruz. Pero ang father ko taga Bulacan. Taga Calibo, Aklan ang mother ko. Nandito ako sa hometown ng mother ko ngayon. Single ako, 37 years old. Breadwinner ng family namin. I've been working as a VA for since 2006. dati, bago ako naging VA, call center agent muna ako. Nagtatrabaho ako nun sa iTouch Point sa Libis. Tapos, lumipat ako ng site sa Ortigas. 2 years din akong call center agent. Tapos, nung naging home-based call center agent ako, na-pirate kasi ako ng company na nag-aalaw sila na sa bahay lang nagtatrabaho. Nagkasakit ako. Actually, I was diagnosed with nagkaroon ako ng major depressive episode, so I had to come home. I took up medical transcription. Naging medical transcriptionist ako, and then naging teacher pa ako, medical transcription teacher. And then I decided na talaga sa bahay na lang. So, hanggang ngayon, nagpa-transcribe pa rin ako. So, it's been 5 years since nagtrabaho kasi as a home-based transcriber. That's it.
Okay. So, you're based in Kalibo?
Yes.
Yan. Okay.
Malapit kami sa Boracay.
Okay. So, tell us about your school. Anong inaral mo noon?
I took up accounting at actually, magna ako eh. I mean, sumasagot taon sa college, and I had issues in school, kaya hindi ako undergrad ako, pero accounting, and then nag-aral din ako ng education, tapos sabi ko parang gusto kong maging teacher, pero eventually I decided to work kasi feeling ko ang tanda-tanda ko na nag-aaral pa rin ako. So, umuwas ako ng Maynila, and then I applied for a call center job.
So, may tanong si Riza, paano ka nakahanap ng work as transcriptionist na home-based?
Ako, sa Craigslist. Hanap ako, sinuyod ko talaga ang internet noon eh. Sa Craigslist ako nakahanap. Lang ako respond sa ad.
Hello? You there? Hello?
Yes.
No,
sorry.
alam mo, sige, lakasan mo na kasi ang hina ng dating mo daw eh. Lakasan mo na yung boses mo.
Okay.
Yan.
Okay. Yan, okay na.
Can you see the questions, dear? Inside the questions bar? Sa loob ng GoToWebinar, may mga questions. Sandali. Hindi, you can't. Sandali lang ha. Gawin kitang organizer. Para makita mo yung questions. So, isang tanong dito is, anong year ka nag-start maging home-based?
2006 as a call center agent, home-based ko.
Naputol siya.
Simula ako maging transcriber. Hello?
Yes. Ulitin mo, naputol ka.
Hello?
Repeat, please.
Okay. Okay. Bale, 2006 ako naging home-based call center agent ako. And then, 2007, ako nag-umpisa maging home-based transcriber. Okay? Can you hear me okay now?
Nakita. Mukhang nakita ka na nila. Mukhang kita ka na nila. I mean, narinig na nila. I think. Wait let me check kung... Okay.
Is in my picture.
By the way, may balita. Brownout sa Tarlac.
Kaya naman pala.
Kaya siya nawala. So, let's backtrack everyone. Everyone, this is Diane. Anong nickname mo? May iba nickname mo. Kakaiba eh. Diane de la Cruz.
Diane lang talaga.
Okay. And she's our backup VA tonight because Anna is supposed to be the interviewee, but Anna's sa Tarlac umuulan, so nawala ng kuryente, therefore nakapag-text lang siya. Hindi na nakabalik sa GoToWebinar. So that's okay.
Sayang.
So tuloy na lang natin kay Diane. Let's dig deeper into her experience. So tell me your experience sa paghahanap. Yung get into detail para masaya.
Um, what do you mean,
O, naka,
yung naging,
sabi mo kasi nagsuyod ka. Hindi naman pwede talagang magsuyod kasi wala namang suklay. So, what did you actually do?
Naghanap muna ako sa, hindi lang pala ganun, wala akong alam masyado sa paghahanap ng trabaho. Yung mga, basta, ang hinanap ko home-based transcription. Yun ang keywords ko, home-based transcription job. Tapos nakita ko lang yung Craigslist. Doon ako nakahanap talaga sa Craigslist yung sa Manila, pinilter ko yung search ko sa Craigslist. And then, nag-respond ako sa ad ng company na yun. Siyempre, actually, hindi lang pala yun ang isang job na, hindi lang yun ang job na pinaplayan ko, meron pang iba. Rejected ako, marami rin akong rejections marami rin applications na reject ko bago ako natanggap.
Ilan?
Siguro mga 7, 8, gano'n, bago ako natanggap.
Ano?
Hindi
marami yung 7? Marami yung 7. Nakakaiyak naman.
Hindi ko marami yan.
Nararamihan ka na sa 7.
Hindi ko pa kasi, at the time, marami na yun para sa akin. And kasi hindi ko pa noon alam ang Odesk at saka yung ibang freelancing sites. Naghahanap ako ng trabaho as a freelancer.
So, mag-survey tayo mag-survey tayo. Pag kayo ni-reject sa online, pag naghahanap kayo ng trabaho online, 7 times kayo ni-reject. Marami, maunti. Anong opinion ninyo? Survey lang survey. Hindi ka kasama sa survey, ikaw in-interview. Okay? Sila lang.
Okay.
So, is it marami o maunti? Ano? Marami? Okay ipa-perspective ko kayong lahat para masaya. So, okay. So, assume lang natin tama lahat sinabi nyo, totoo. Okay. By the way, so you apply for work sa real world. Okay? Sagutin nyo ako how many companies ka mag-a-apply sa real world? How many normally bago ka matanggap? Before you get tanggap. So, and tell us na rin how many days do you do it? How many days does it take for you to go through that? Sa real world. Para lang masaya. Para may perspective kayo. Kasi namamangha ako kay Dayan Sige lang po. Tingnan natin po. Okay. 4 months yung iba. 4 months. 1 month lang. 1 week. Okay. So, sa Craigslist, gaano katagal ka ma-reject ng 7 tao? 7 kumpanya? Alam niyo ba kung gaano katagal yan? How long will it... Ikaw, Dayan, how long did it take for you to get up to apply and get rejected by 7 companies? Yung application process.
Yung isang araw lang.
1 day.
Isang araw lang, 2. Mahaba na yung 2
companies. Bakit kaya? Ba't kaya ang bilis?
Kasi online lang.
Kasi nga naman po online lang pala Hindi naman siya naglalakad sa Ayala Avenue Kaya nauuntian ako sa 7 rejections. Kasi, yung 7 rejections? Ilang araw lang yan? 3? 3 araw lang yun. Bakit? Gano'ng katagal ba mag-apply? Sige nga kayo, sa internet, gano'ng katagal mag-apply? Do you remember? I mean, hindi nyo ba alam gano'ng katagal mag-apply sa internet? Dali-dali Di ba? So, Hindi yan big deal. I mean, 7 rejections, ilang araw lang yan. Tapos ano na, okay ka na ulit, apply ka ulit sa iba. So, tuloy mo na yung kwento. Okay. So, mabilis lang yan. So, kung kayo, balak nyo masaktan pag na-reject kayo 7 times, dapat mabilis din yung sakit kasi, sus ko po, hindi naman kayo matagal ng relasyon ng kumpanya. Hindi ka naman.
Actually, Jomar, nung time na yan, madali ako masaktan.
Tuloy.
Seven times ako na-reject, no? Pero 3 buwan bago ako nakahanap ng work talaga kasi matagal bago ako nag-a-apply uli.
Nasasaktan ka. Ayan. Magandang usapan yan.
Noon yun.
Bakit ngayon hindi na? Ano
Hindi na? Kasi...
hindi na ba?
Hindi na ako nasasaktan kasi syempre
hindi syempre sagot to, hindi namin alam.
Iniisip ko na lang iniisip ko na lang marami pa naman dyan. Kasi ngayon ang attitude ko na, okay, minsan nga parang napakayabang ko pa, you don't know what you're missing. Next, ganun na yung attitude ko ngayon eh. Noon, na-reject ako, siguro hindi naman talaga ako magaling, parang ganun. Pero ngayon, hindi na ako ganun. Mas may confidence na ako as a professional.
So, ang opinion mo dati is hindi ka magaling. Yun. Sino nakaka-relate
kasi,
dito? Tuloy. Tuloy mo yung kwento.
Kasi noon wala pa akong masyadong experience eh. Kaya, so hindi ko alam kung gaano talaga ako kagaling at wala pa talaga akong confidence noon.
Yeah. So ano nangyari? Tuloy ang kwento. Paano ka nagkaroon ng change of heart?
Nagkaroon ako ng confidence siguro kasi syempre, nahasa na yung over time nahasa na yung skills ko. And then, syempre, nagkaroon na rin ako ng feedback from my clients. Pati na dun sa dati kong employer na okay.
Wait. Somebody's talking. Chill out.
Baka si Ana na yan.
Hindi. Okay, she's back. Okay, tuloy. Sorry, tuloy mo sinasabi mo.
It's okay. Ayun, feedback na rin, I garnered positive feedback from my customers. So, nagkaroon ako ng confidence.
Hindi nila alam yun. What is that?
Pero,
what is a positive feedback? Tell me the story.
Positive feedback at sinasabi sa akin na, wow, nagsusolicit din kasi ako ng, dalawa kasi yung trabaho ko. I'm a transcriber and a writer. Siyempre, nagsusolicit din ako ng feedback kasi meron akong website as a ghostwriter. Hiningi ko yung feedback nila and then maganda naman yung mga binibigay nilang feedback. Sa Odesk, ganun din. Actually, meron akong client na nagbigay sa akin ng 5-star na feedback.
Explain.
Sabi niya, wow. 5 stars. Sa Odesk kasi, yung mga clients dyan, yung mga employers, nagbibigay sila ng feedback sa mga nag-work para sa kanila. May scoring system yan. Halimbawa, 5 stars, yan talaga, ibig sabihin yan, ang galing-galing na. 4 stars, you're good. 3 stars, okay. 2 stars, ibig sabihin nila, 1 star or 2 stars, ibig sabihin yan, hindi talaga mataas ang score mo niyan. Hindi nila masyadong nagustuhan yung performance sa job. Yun. So, nagkaroon ako ng 5-star na feedback sa isa sa mga employers ko doon. So, yan, yung mga feedback na ganyan, yung mga positive comments from the customers, yun, nagbigay sa akin ng confidence. And then,
example.
Teka, let me pull up my, iba sinabi nila sa akin noon. Let me just, sinasabi nila sa akin, nahiya ko sabihin, pero sasabihin ko na, you're one of, you're one of the most talented writers that I've ever worked with, ganon. I wish I met Diane years ago and way before some of my nightmare experiences with ghostwriters. Mga ganyan. Great service. I really appreciate the quick turnaround time, professionalism, and quality of work provided. Yung isa naman, sabi niya, you are a great person to work with. You are one of the most talented writers I've ever worked with. Thank you for all your hard work. Yung mga ganyan ba, nakakataba ng puso at saka boost ng confidence. Tapos, ano pa ba?
Sulat ko lang Bagal Ano nga ba yung sinabi mo? Ulitin mo nga. Ano sinabi mo ulit? Ulitin mo. Ayan, most talented.
Yung what part?
Lahat. Writer.
Sabi sa akin, you're one of the most talented writers I've ever worked with.
I've ever
Tapos,
worked with. Ano pa yung sinabi niya?
I wish I met Diane years ago and way before some of my nightmare experiences with ghostwriters.
Before my nightmare experiences with ghostwriters. Ayan ang mga tinatawag na 5-star feedback. Para alam nyo kung ano yung 5-star feedback.
Hindi yan sa Odesk mga ano yan.
Hindi sa Odesk pala.
Yan sa website. Yung sa Odesk, ano ba yung sinabi sa akin mo? Tapos, kasi hindi lang naman ako sa Odesk nag-work, meron pa akong ibang sources ng work. Naalala ko noon nung nag-resign ako as a writer sa isang, and not actually resign pala, tinurn down ko yung isa kong client kasi ayaw niya magbigay ng mas maraming, ng mas mataas na rate sa akin. Sabi niya, gosh, I cannot afford your services. Sabi niya, I'm upset. Sabi niya, kasi sabi niya, you're really good. So, wow, sabi ko. Ganun na pala ang tingin sa akin ng mga clients ko. Before talagang, may doubts pa ako sa kakayahan ko. Ngayon, natanggal unti-unti yun, hindi naman kaagad. Unti-unting natanggal as I had more experience, I had more clients, and I had more positive feedback.
So let's hit some questions para masaya sila. What do you write about?
A variety of things. Kung ano yung gusto nilang ipasulat sa akin, sinusulat ko.
Bawal ba? Pag mo kong bigyan ng variety of things, nila naintindihan yun. Ano?
Merong articles about internet marketing, may health topics, may relationship topics, about love life, mga ganun, mga tips about guitar playing, yun yung mga examples ng mga articles na nasulat ko para sa mga clients ko. Tapos, yun, yung mga naisulat kong articles.
So, writer, VA. So, may nagtatanong ano ba yung mga alam mong iba-ibang klaseng VA? Kasi baka akala nila writing lang at transcriptionist Can you give us your answer? What are the kinds of virtual assistants in the planet that you know about?
Marami. Pwede kang maging yung website, pwede kang web developer, Meron akong kapitbahay nun, web developer siya. Sa bahay rin siya nagtatrabaho. Ngayon, ano na siya kasi, lead developer na siya sa Sulit.
Talaga?
Meron, pero nag-umpisa yun, work from home din. Tapos, pwede ka rin maging graphics designer. Pwedeng gayon, marketing assistant ako sa Odesk naman. Ngayon, tinatry ko yung mga ganyang klaseng job. I'm always out to try new things. Ang ginagawa ko ngayon as marketing assistant, I write yung website copy. Kasi iba yung nagsusulat ka ng articles, tsaka yung copywriting, tsaka article writing. Yung copywriting, you write to sell. And then kung article writer ka, you write to inform. Okay. Ganon. Pwede ka rin maging SEO, yung nagano ka sa SEO, nagsasubmit ng article sa article directories, yung bookmarking, or pwede rin yung sa social media assistant, yung ipopost ka sa Twitter, tsaka sa Facebook, ikaw yung in charge doon. Ikaw din naghahanap ng content para sa mga social media profiles.
Ano sabihin ng content?
Marami pa eh.
Ano sabihin ng content?
I'm sorry?
Anong isabihin ng content?
Content. Yun yung nababasa natin sa Facebook. Halimbawa, pag pinopost, maghahanap ka ng blog post or article sa internet, tapos ipopost mo sa Facebook page or i-tweet mo gamit yung profile ng client.
Ay, walang example.
Or kung may mga pictures.
Walang example.
Pictures ng mga example.
Walang example. Hindi pwede ganyan.
Okay, example. Kasi mahilig ako mag-post ng mga kung ano-ano sa natin sa group natin.
Hindi pa yung example yan. Hindi pa yung example yan.
I'm sorry?
Example. Bigyan mo akong totoong example.
Kagaya mga articles na nahahanap ko sa web, like, noon meron ako na-share na, hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Yes?
Example? What example would you like?
Yung ginawa mo.
Ginawa ko? Okay.
Mahirap ba? Mahirap.
Hindi naman.
Ay, ginawa ko example.
Hindi naman mahirap.
Hindi nila naiintindihan yan. Social bookmarking. Hindi nila alam yan. Bigyan mo ako ng example. Kung hindi, bibigyan ka ng example.
Kapagaya nung meron akong na-post noon na sa Facebook page natin na kagaya na nakakita ako ng isang article na interesting, like yung 7 tricks to write more with less willpower. Yung mga ganyan bang mga klaseng articles na related sa niche or sa topic sa niche ng client or sa related sa topic niya.
An example, 7 tricks to write more with more willpower. Ano? To write with more willpower? Yun ang article mo.
7 tricks to write more with less willpower. Meaning, hindi kailangan mag-struggle ng writer.
Less willpower. Okay, so that's an example of content. So it's really just an article that you put in Facebook. Pero walang time yung mga tao na gawin yon, so pinapagawa sa kanya. So did you create the article or did you just find it?
I found it. Minsan kasi pwede ka namang maghanap ng articles na lang kaysa na ikaw mismo sugulat. So, you share it sa Facebook or you tweet it.
How did you find it? How do you find something?
Meron kasi akong sa Google or meron kasi akong website na pinupuntahan, All Top, yung mga, dun makikita mo yung mga blog posts. All Top, ang pangalan ng website.
Okay.
Dun mo makikita yung mga iba't ibang mga blog posts na interesting. Okay. Dun ako pumupunta.
Well, so,
and then, naghahanap ako ng blog posts na related sa topic ng client.
Okay. You do the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, question again. Tingnan mo naman yung question so para alam mo rin yung sasagutin.
Okay.
Let me just answer.
Jomar, I cannot see the screen kung saan may questions. Ito. Ay, nakaano pala. Ito.
Dami na rin na tanong. Pangit itong ginagamit ko system, hindi ko makuha.
Sanang hindi ko maano yung tanong makita.
Ako na lang. Paano ka gumagawa ng cover letter to apply? May nagtatanong.
Paano gumawa ng cover letter? Siyempre, ang sinasabi mo, mas nag-focus kasi ako kung I answer the question the question na what can you offer me? Kasi yan at the back of every client said yan ang mga tanong nila. Yan ang tanong nila, what can you offer me as a VA? So I try to answer that. In my case, since I'm a writer, sinasabi ko sa kanila na I have had 2 years experience as a writer. Sinasabi ko na kung ano yung qualifications ko na kaagad, tapos kung ano, what kinds of writing yung nagawa ko na sandali ito yung ano ko nahanap ko kasi yung cover letter. Ito yung kagaya nito. Ito yung sample. Dear hiring manager, I have been writing website content for internet marketers for more than a year now. That was last year. And I have made my clients happy. I can confidently say that I am the person for this job. Tapos, kasi hindi ako modest kapag nag-a-apply ako sa trabaho. I don't believe in modesty when it comes to applying for a job. Kasi you have to tell the prospective clients what you can do for them. So sinabi ko, my research and writing skills are top-notch. I am very capable of writing website content that people and search engines love. I write for people first, then for search engines, etc., etc. Sinasabi ko kung ano yung ginagawa ko, and then I say, you get nothing but the best for me. If you want articles that are well-written, well-researched, and original, you would be glad that you hired me. Ganun ako kung magsulat ng cover letter, hindi ako modest. Kasi, di ba kapag, halimbawa, when ihalin tulad natin to. Kasi ako, I see myself as an entrepreneur now. I don't see myself as an employee. as an entrepreneur, what I'm selling is my service as a writer. Tapos, syempre, ihalin tulad natin kung halimbawa nagne-negosyo ka and you're selling burgers. You don't just say to people that you're selling burgers. Oh, I'm selling burgers. You say, I'm selling the best burgers in town. Diba? So, ganun ako kung mag-apply. Hindi ako modest. Kaya, yun, madali rin ako nakakakuha ng job. Actually, that's one of the things that I've learned from you, Jomar, yung talaga isusulat mo kung ano talaga ang pwede mong magawa para sa isang client. Di ba yung elevator speech?
Yeah.
Yung gano'n. You have to tell prospective clients kung ano yung pwede mong magawa para sa kanila.
So, daming tanong, grabe. Dami. Nalulula ako sa tanong.
Okay.
Okay. Ilan na ba yung napag-workan mo so far? Anong nationality ng mga tao? Yun.
Ilan na, nako, siguro mga over the years, mga nakasampung client. Pero actually, for 5 years, I was stuck in one company dahil hindi ako confident sa sarili ko. And I never thought na pwede ka palang, pwede mo palang i-fire yung client mo. That's one thing I also learned from you, Jomar, no? Na kung ayaw mo na pala sa client, pwede you can fire them. Kasi 5 years ako stuck sa isang company na at first masaya ako noon, tapos nag-change ng management. Binabaan pa yung sweldo ko. At imagine, 5 years na ako sa kanila. Tapos sinabi nila, binabaan nila yung sweldo ko. Tapos sinabi nila, ang excuse nila, mababa daw yung quality ng work ko. Okay. Tapos, pero mas maraming assignments yung binigay sa akin. Sabi ko, paano nangyari yon? Mababa pala yung quality ng trabaho ko. Pero bakit mas maraming assignments na binigay sa akin?
Okay.
Which is ironic, di ba?
Yeah.
And yun, naging desperate ako at that time. Kaya ako actually matagal ko nang narinig kilala si Jomar, but last year ko lang, because I was really desperate na to get out of that job, last year ko lang na-download yung seminar, yung PA seminar, na-download ako. And then I realized na, pwede ko rin naman pala iwan to eh. Hindi ko naman kailangan matakot talaga na mag-resign. And nakapag-resign, to cut the story short, or to make the long story short, nakahanap ako ng bagong trabaho, bagong clients. I'm happier, I'm earning better, and hindi na nalilate yung sweldo ko kasi sa dating company, naku, Diyos ko, mga isang linggo na lilate yung sweldo. Minsan, monthly na yung sweldo, tapos late pa. Nako, minsan talagang wala kaming makain na kasi nauubos na yung pera ko, hindi pa rin dumadating yung susunod kong sweldo. So, yun talaga din sa dati kong trabaho. And then, na-happy na ako ngayon kasi weekly na ako sumasahod eh. At saka hindi ako natatakot na mawala man yung isa kong, kung halimbawa mawala yung isa kong client, it's okay because hindi lang iisa yung trabaho ko at hindi lang iisa ang client ko.
Ilan?
Sa writing, meron ako mga loyal clients every now and then. Siguro sa writing, yung regular clients ko, 3 ngayon. Tapos, sa transcription, may isa kong company na pinagkukunan ng files para makatranscribe. And then sa marketing assistant ako sa Odesk, may isa yung client ko dyan, taga-Australia. May nagtanong kanina kung ano-anong nationalities. Meron taga-US, may isang taga-UK, at saka yun, taga-Australia. Okay. Jomar, hindi ko makita yung questions.
Yeah, may nakikita kang questions na box?
Nakikita ko yung chat, pero yung questions hindi.
Walang questions box ka nakikita?
Wala.
So, let me check your
maybe hindi ko lang napansin.
Isa sa mga kahon yan eh. Nakalagay questions. Organizer ka, you should be able to see it. Maliit lang, questions.
Yeah. Now I see it. Maliit lang siya na box.
Yep. Okay, swerte. Ito na. So, I'll just look for some more questions. Magkano? As usual, magkano kinikita mo? As usual, ang tinatanong
Secret.
nila.
Pero, ang rate ko, okay, to give you an idea no, kung magkano. Ang rate ko noon, nag-umpisa ko as an article writer, $10 per article, 500 words yan. Pero ngayon, $15 na ako per article. May mga times na talagang matutuwa pa sa iyo yung client. Yung, kung talagang ginalingan mo yung trabaho, they will give you more than your rate, your asking rate. Dati naalala ko noon, $10 ang asking rate ko. Binigyan niya, my client was so pleased with my work na binigyan niya ako ng bonus or tip na $2 per article. So, lumalabas $12 per article.
Okay.
Kaya, it's really important na kapag meron kayong work, galingan nyo kasi may times talaga na matutuwa sa inyo yung client at the client will give you more than what you asked for.
Question daw, pwede ba puro data encoding lang ang gawin?
Pwede, pero kung data entry kasi, mababa lang ang bayad dyan. Don't expect much kapag data encoder ka.
Bigyan mo sila ng number para alam nila. How much is mababa?
Kung magkano.
How much is mababa?
Sa akin mababa kasi yung $3 per hour. Pero nakikita ko sa Odesk ang mga sinasahod ng mga data entry encoders. Minsan $1, $2. Yun. Ewan ko sa akin mababa yun.
Mababa yan. Ngayon, let's ask them. Mababa ba sa inyo yung $1 per hour, $2 per hour? Kaya nyo bang i-compute yan? Multiply $1, 1 times, tingnan natin. Let's work on $3. 3 times 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day ba? Times 20 days.
8 hours.
Times 40. The amount goes to, actually mataas to sa Philippines, 19,200 yan. Kung full-time ka. However, hindi naman full-time yung mga yan eh. Ang $3 an hour, ang $3 an hour will translate to, I'm sure I got it wrong. Nakuha ko 19,200 eh. Pero, I don't know if you can find data entry sa Odesk na ganyan rate. Ang makukuha mo mababa talaga, $1, $2. So, you're probably not looking at 19,000, you're probably looking at, mag-cooperate ka naman computer, 6,000 pesos an hour, a month. Pwede na sa inyo, 6,000 an hour, a month pala. So, mga 6,000 a month yan.
Naku.
Pesos, 6,000 a month at $1 an hour. So, we don't recommend you to take the data entry route kasi talagang wala masyadong pera dyan. Okay, so let's look for some more questions.
Meron ditong tanong nakikita ko na, Jomar, yung questions box eh.
Hallelujah.
Was there any chance na hindi ka nabayaran sa project mo?
Oh.
Wala. Kasi I devised a parang strategy para masigurado na bayad ako. Ang ginagawa ko, pag may project no sa client, outside Odes to sinasabi ko sa kanila, hindi po muna kayo sisingilin hanggat hindi pa tapos yung articles. Kasi ayaw din naman nila na advance sila kung magbayad. Kasi paano takbuhan mo lang sila, no? Takot sila ng ganyan. So, ang ginagawa ko, sinasabi ko sa kanila, I won't bill you until the articles are ready. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Tapos, pag ready na yung articles, ang ginagawa ko naman, I will send you the articles, but first you have to pay me through PayPal.
Kaliwaan.
So, pag... Ha?
Kaliwaan.
I'm sorry?
Kaliwaan.
Kaliwaan,
You got it on the same day,
ganon.
at the same moment. Okay.
Yes, gano'n ang ginagawa ko para siguradong bayad ako, and at the same time, hindi sila hesitant na magbigay ng pera kasi na-expect nila within 24 hours na pabayad sila nandiyan na. Ayaw din naman kasi nila na masyadong advance na bago ka pa magtrabaho, bigay agad. So, ganun yung sistema ko.
So, you make the article, you tell them to pay now, give article. Yeah.
No, I tell them na I'll bill you or I'll ask you to pay when the articles are ready, when the articles are finished. Yun. Pagtapos na, pwede ko na sa kanila i-send, saka sila magbabayad. Para hindi matagal yung hintay nila. So, kasi ayaw nila na ganon. Kasi pag sinabi mo na I'd like to ask for an advance payment, the articles will be ready in 7 days. Hesitant sila niyan kasi hindi sila trusting eh. Baka takbuhan mo sila, di ba? Yun ang nila. So, ayaw nila ng gano'n. Pero pag sinabi ko sa kanila na pay me when the articles are ready, mas willing silang magbayad na kaagad. Mas willing silang ibigay sa yung project.
Okay, there's a question. What is social bookmarking? Yung isa sa nabi mong ginagawa mo.
Social bookmarking, meron kasing mga social bookmarking sites. Yung sinishare mo yung mga link ng mga websites like ano na ba yung
Stumble
upon, yung isa pa, yung Delicious.
Wala nang Delicious.
Wala
nang Delicious.
Wala nang Delicious. Naano na sila ng Yahoo, di ba? Nabili na sila ng Yahoo. Kasi matagal ko na rin hindi na itong social bookmarking nagagawa. So, yun, social bookmarking sites, those are the sites kung saan pwede ka mag-share ng mga links. Kaya yung stumble upon, yan, those are the websites or the web pages that you stumble upon sa net na isi-share mo sa site na yon. Some clients, they do that para magkaroon sila ng links. Siguro masyado ng technical to. Yung for SEO purposes, for backlinks. Backlinks, basta yun ang purpose niyan. Mostly for SEO. Yung stumble upon, para makaipon ng backlinks.
Wala na, ayaw umandar ng...
May iba pa.
Okay na, ayaw umandar sa akin eh. Wala akong mapakita. Okay, how do you update your skills? Tanong ni Ricky.
How do I update my skills? nag kasi ngayon focused ako sa writing. Ang ginagawa ko, nagsusubscribe ako sa mga blogs na related to writing. Tapos kung SEO or social media skills naman, yung mga blogs din na related. Kasi yung mga blogs, kailangan nagsusubscribe ka. Meaning, inaabangan mo talaga kung social media, na dyan yung Mashable, yung kung yun yung ginagawa ko.
Okay, so you read blogs. You read blogs.
Yes.
Ang headset mo ba nakalawit sa mukha mo or ito yung nakalawit lang sa tenga mo? Anong ginagamit mong headset?
Nakalawit sa ano ko.
Is it
sa
wire lang o
tenga?
Wire lang ba to? Hindi, yung microphone
Hindi.
part.
May microphone talaga siya.
Nahiwalay.
Yeah. Bakit mahina ba o masyadong malakas?
Ang ingay. Parang laging may naglalakad sa tabi mo. You know, parang something's always hitting the microphone. Parang ganito yung gumaganon.
Could be may electric fan.
Ayun! Itapat mo sa paa mo yung electric fan. Huwag sa mukha.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Kanina pa yon, grabe.
Okay.
Kaya kailangan
is that better?
Yan, wala na. So, kanina pa namin ni-record yun. Nakaiyak. Anyway. Nag-aral ka ba ng journalism?
No.
Ano yung...
Talagang, hilig ko lang talaga yung writing. And then, kasi, yun nga, nagbabasa ako sa mga blogs related to writing. Doon ako natututo.
Okay. So, where did my mouse go? Okay. Ano pa tayong tanong?
May nagtatanong din kung anong genre or style. Style ko sa writing. Kasi pag nagsusulat ka for the web, for the internet, simple lang talaga dapat ang writing style mo. Actually, para ka nagsusulat para sa mga 8th graders sa Amerika. Yun dapat. Kasi ang mga nagbabasa naman ng mga articles sa internet, hindi naman sila nagbabasa niyan para ma-impress sila. Nagbabasa sila to be informed, to look for information. Tsaka wala silang oras para mag-look up ng mga high-sounding words, mga highfalutin words. So, dapat simple lang talaga. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, tsaka conversational ang style dapat. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, yung papabayaan mo na yung grammar mo or pwede ka nang gumamit ng mga words na like wanna or gonna. Yung basta simple lang.
Bo Sanchez
dapat
ba?
ang style.
Bo Sanchez style ba?
Parang ganon.
Okay. Paano ano ba to? Paano gagawa kung walang experience as VA and writing experience? How will you promote yourself? Hindi ko naintindihan yung tanong. Naintindihan mo? Paano gagawa?
Kaya, siguro yung mga...
Tuloy.
Siguro yung mga newbies yan, ibig mo sabihin, kung newbie ka, kung halimbawa newbie writer ka, tapos gusto mo i-promote yung sarili mo, you need to have a portfolio. Yung mga writing samples, pwede mo ilagay yan sa isang blog, or kung sa Odesk, pwede ka mag-upload ng mga Word documents doon eh. Kailangan meron ka talagang writing samples. Gaya nga ng sabi nila, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Kailangan talagang may sample ka.
Sino sabi nun?
Doesn't matter.
Amerikano eh. Pudding. Yes.
The first, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Ano ba yun? Pudding.
Ibig sabihin nun,
Number one, hindi
malalaman
masarap ang
nila
pudding.
sa yung writing skills mo. malalaman nila kung gaano kagagaling na writer sa mga articles na sinusulat mo. Doon nila malalaman sa mga writing samples. Okay. At saka, regarding pala sa writing samples, kasi the last time na nagka-webinar, di ba si Noemi, tama yung sinabi niya, huwag kayong magbibigay ng mga samples for free. Papasulatin ka ng sample articles, tapos hindi ka babayaran. I-direct mo sila dun sa portfolio mo. Okay. Meron ditong tanong na ask ko kung may na-encounter ka bang client na hard to please, anong ginawa mo? Wala pa naman, pero ang advice ko lang sa mga if you come across a client who is hard to please, gawin mo lang maayos yung trabaho mo. Pag talagang hard to please siya at saka marami siyang reklamo, iwan mo na siya. Kung hindi niya na-appreciate yung ginagawa mo at you know you've done your best. Minsan kasi may mga clients na ganyan, they play hard to please para hindi mo sila singilin ng mataas. They will make you feel that you're not good enough for them. Pag may mga clients na ganyan, don't waste your time.
May tanong si Chris, nung nagsimula ka daw as a VA, ganun ka na bang gawa ng cover letter agad? Or ibang style mo noon?
Hindi ko na maalala kasi pero masyado akong formal noon kung gumawa ng cover letter. Tsaka I was quite modest. Sinasabi ko lang kung ilang taon na ako sa experience ko. Hindi ako ganun ka sa client na hindi ko sinasabi na you'll get nothing but the best for me or talagang very capable ako sa trabaho na ina-applyan ko. Hindi ako ganun. Modest ako noon. And it didn't work well for me before before Jomar, before ako nag-ano sa Odes, bihira ako magtrabaho. Bihira ako ma-hire. Ngayon ako na lang ang tumatanggi sa mga prospective clients. I get interview invitations. Ako na lang tumatanggi sa kanila. Iniba ko kasi yung profile sa Odes, sinunod ko yung kay Jomar, yung para may elevator speech.
Elevator speech.
Kung ano yung elevator speech.
Okay lang, huwag mo na sabihin sa kanila.
Okay. Hindi ko wala sasabihin.
Huwag na sabihin, pag BA seminar lang yan.
Oo nga, pang BA seminar yun.
Sige, sabihin mo sa kanila, pag may nagtatanong ba? Wala naman nagtatanong kung ano yung elevator speech eh. Do you do technical writing? Masarap ba ang pudding?
Technical writing.
Ninenervous ka ba sa unang mong assignment?
Sa unang assignment, yes. Yung first oldest assignment ko, actually, nakakahiya talaga yun kasi hindi ako confident sa skills ko. Hindi ko akalain na kaya ko naman pala. Iniwan ko lang yung client.
Ayan, ang iwan. Ang galing talaga.
Nang-iwan ako noon ng client. Pero binigyan niya pa ako ng 3 stars kahit iniwan ko siya. Sabi niya, she was good at first, but then she stopped communicating with me. Sabi niya. Kasi akala ko I wasn't good enough. Iniwan ko lang siya.
Bad yan Mga nakikinig, bad yan.
Bad
Kasalanan
yun.
Yan ng mga Pilipino. Explain mo sa kanila.
Huwag niyong gawin yun. Kapag nang iwan ka, talagang kakaroon ka ng negative feedback. Mabuti na lang mabait pa yung client na yun. Binigyan niya pa ako ng 3 stars. Kasi, ewan po, ako naman kasi nang mamalasakit naman ako sa mga clients ko. Ayokong ganon. Kasi, syempre may schedule din silang pina-follow. Kailangan nilang makuha yung output mo at a certain time, kung iwan mo sila, maghahanap pa sila ng bagong BA para makaprovide ng binibigay mo. So, kung ayoko na sa kanila, I tell them beforehand, mga 1 week or 2 weeks bago ako mag-quit. Sinasabi ko na kaagad.
Yan.
Kung baga sa opisina, may 2 weeks notice bago mag-resign. Because it can affect your reputation or your ratings.
Do clients blacklist virtual assistants?
Yes, they do. They do blacklist virtual assistants, I think,
They do?
Minsan, yes. And kung ano pa sila, kasi ang clients ko, internet marketers, they tell one another. Kung may experience sila na hindi maganda, they do tell one another. Sometimes they even blog about it. Meron akong kilalang internet marketer, matara yun. Matara yun, pero mabait naman. And she had a bad experience with a graphics designer. Hindi siya nag-deliver tapos marami raw excuses. Talagang binlag niya. Binigay niya pa yung pangalan. So, ingat talaga kayo. Do your job well. Yun talaga. I think that's one of the best things that you can do.
Okay. Ano pa tayo? Pwede ba daw mag-submit ka ng gawa ng ibang tao, bigay mo sa client?
No. Pwede ka mag-hire ng writer. Tapos, yung kumbaga magiging middleman ka. Labas mo ng middleman. Mag-hire ka ng writer, tapos yung ginawa ng writer, you can pass it off as yours. Pero syempre, papatungan mo na yung papatungan mo na yung binayad mo dun sa writer na yun. Pero ako kasi hindi ko ginagawa yun kasi malalaman, I really have to tell the client na hindi akin yun kasi malalaman nila yun na hindi akin kasi may iba't iba tayong writing styles, di ba? So malalaman talaga nila na hindi yun. Pero, what do you mean? Yung ganon? Did I answer your question? Or yung ibig mo ba sabihin, maghahanap ka lang sa web or sa internet ng article, tapos ka-copy and paste mo na, bibigay mo sa client? Hindi pwede yun. Ang tawag doon ay plagiarism. And that's a no-no. And mind you, merong web application called Copyscape na magde-detect ng plagiarism. So that's a warning. So mga gustong maging writers. Meron talagang plagiarism detector na ginagamit ng mga clients. Pero yung sinabi ko kanina, okay lang yun. Halimbawa, mag-hire ka and then bayaran mo and then you sell the article to the client. Patungan mo lang. It's okay. Kasi binayaran mo na yun Sa'yo na yun. Once you pay for the article, it's yours. Pwede mo nang, you can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it or pass it off as yours. Pero hindi ko ginagawa, like I said, hindi ko nga ginagawa yun.
Magkano ba daw ang bayad sa med transcriptionist?
Actually, wala na akong idea kasi hindi ako medical transcriptionist na. I started off as a medical transcriptionist pero sa office ako nagtrabaho. 2 months lang. General transcriber ako ngayon. Bale ay transcribe web conferences. May kagaya nito, webinar. Now may webinar tinatranscribe yun. Minsan TV shows. Pwede mong kitain yun is Per audio hour, hindi per hour na tinatrabaho. Halimbawa, 1 hour of audio, pwede kang kumita ng $60, $30 to $60.
30 to $60.
Per audio hour yan. Hindi
How
yan
long
yung
will that
oras
take anyway?
na... Oh, yung 1 hour, depende kasi sa speed mo rin eh. Ako, mga 3 to 4 hours ko nagagawa yan. But I'm a touch typist. Kaya mabilis. Mabilis na yan. 3 to 4 hours yung isang hour ng audio.
So, pag mabilis ka mag-type, ayan, kaya yan. So, ano mga conferences na na-transcribe mo na? Sige nga, alam ba ako dyan?
Yung mga companies kasi, minsan conferences sa marketing nila, hindi ako pwedeng mag-mention ng names no, ng companies. Pero
Yes.
halimbawa, sa marketing department, may meeting sila. Ayun. Minsan nga, pati yung mga questioning sa yung lawyers, ni-interview nila yung client. Ayun, tinatranscribe ko rin yun. Pero dati yung work ko talaga, yung 5 years ako, masaya yun kasi TV shows ang pinatranscribe ko. Libre yung panood ko ng TV. Tapos yung yung gusto ko doon, yung work ko, pinopost yun talaga sa website ng CNN, Fox News, at saka MSNBC.
Wow!
Noon. Yun talaga, nakikita ko yung work ko. So, ang sarap, di ba? Nasa CNN website, yung transcript na ginawa ko. Ganun, yung client ko kasi yun yung service provider. Pag kailangan ng mga major news outfits sa States, yung transcripts ng shows nila.
Pilipino client mo? Hindi.
I'm sorry, hindi. Based sa Maryland yung yung dating company na tinatrabaho ko.
So, hirap ako sa mga tanong. Pag may bad pronunciation, like non-native speakers, how do you handle badly pronounced words?
Badly pronounced words. Nilalagay, kung di ko talaga maintindihan, ilalagay mo lang talaga doon, inaudible siya. Tapos lalagyan mo ng timestamp. Yung timestamp, yun yung automatic na yan. Meron naman dyang, madali namang ilagay yan kapag meron kang transcription software. Linalagay mo ng timestamp. Lalagay mo kung saan sa audio yung hindi mo maintindihan.
Okay.
Meron naman kasing editor yan. Dadaan pa yan sa editor, yung transcript. Tapos, they will try their best na ma-clear out yung mga inaudibles. Pero kung hindi talaga maintindihan yan, it will stay as inaudible sa transcript.
Mahirap po bang magkaroon ng girlfriend? Hindi, mahirap pang maging general transcriptionist?
Para sa akin, sanayan lang yan eh. Sa akin, hindi. Kasi, pero sa iba, nahihirapan sila. Pero in my opinion, sanayan lang yan. Kung gusto mong masanay, kung gusto mong matutong mag-transcribe, kailangan ka talaga sa accent ng mga Americans. And nagtrabaho ko sa call center agent, so very familiar ako sa accents nila. Bale, it prepared me for that job, pagiging call center agent.
Do you see yourself as a virtual assistant, Miss Universe, 5 years from now?
5 years from now, virtual assistant? No, actually, I want to transition from being a virtual assistant to an internet marketer. Kasi ako, I've been, for the past 5 years, pinag-aaralan ko rin yung internet marketing. That's why I joined your list eh. Matagal na kitang kilala, Jomar. Matagal ko nang naririnig yung pangalan mo noon pa. Kay Bo Sanchez ko yata una narinig. That's why I subscribe sa list mo. Kaya, yun. I follow your blog. I follow the blogs of other internet marketers. I hound forums. Pumupunta ako sa mga forums. Tsaka, naglo-lurk lang ako doon minsan. Ibig sabihin na naglo-lurk, nagbabasa ka lang ng mga pinupost doon ng mga forum members. Yun. So, gusto ko na mag-transition talaga.
Bakit?
Maging internet marketer. Kasi, I think, marami kasi akong mga pangarap and I feel na kapag VA lang ako, hindi matutupad yun. Yung mga pangarap. I have to find a way to really earn big. Okay. Questions pa?
Hirapan na nga ako Hindi ko makita. May nagtatanong, what is elevator speech?
Hello?
May tanong, ikaw na magsagot ng tanong, what is elevator pitch? Actually, pitch yun, hindi speech. Pero pwede na rin speech.
I'm sorry, medyo hindi ko marinig.
Chafe.
Hello?
What is an elevator pitch? Sabi niya.
Okay. An elevator pitch is a short statement na it's just a short statement. Kasi ganito ang explanation dyan Halimbawa, you're with a big boss of the company and you want to make a business proposal with him. Ilang minuto ka lang sa elevator, 1 minuto. So you have to plan kung ano yung sasabihin mo sa kanya in 1 minute. Dapat nandoon na lahat yung sasabihin mo sa kanya, sa pitch mo na yun, yung lahat ng gusto mong malaman niya or ipaabot sa kanya. That's an elevator speech. Elevator pitch. A concise statement. That's a concise statement. As a VA, that's a concise statement of what you are about and what you can do.
So ano sa'yo?
Any other thing?
Ano sa'yo?
Any other question?
Tinatanong niya, beginner siya, how do you start as a data entry pa rin or a transcriptionist? Beginner. Ang tanong niya, how do you start? Essentially, yun ang tanong, how do you start?
How do you start? The best thing that you can do if you want to start working, kailangan may mentor ka kasi. You attend the BA seminar or you purchase the downloadable. Doon mo talaga malalaman kung how to start. Mahirap kasi kung if you do it on your own. Ako, gaya na sabi ko, di ba 7 lang yung rejections ko. Pero 3 months ako bago nakakuha ng trabaho. Kasi nangangapa pa ako noon So, mas mabuti na meron talagang somebody who is guiding you. Meron ka talagang mentor. I think that's the best way to start.
Or attend the VA seminar. Same website. Okay, thank you very much. Ako natutuloy. Sige, tuloy mo pa. Bakit? Pwede ko naman solo-solohin College graduate ka ba, Dian? Hindi.
No.
Yan, hindi siya college graduate. Tuloy.
Ako nga, di ba, experienced na ako. Experienced VA na ako nung bago ko na download yung seminar ni Jomar. Pero, kinailangan ko pa rin na makinig sa seminar because I didn't know how to sell myself and I didn't have the confidence. Yun. Ibig sabihin, sell myself as a professional. Sell my services. Yun. Last year lang talaga ako kasi lumaking kita ko last year lang. Nung natuto ako kung paano ko talaga yung sarili ko as a DA.
Ito mga
wala, okay naman yung
Tuloy, sorry. Tuloy. Go ahead.
Nung kasi, una, hindi ko talaga alam kung anong gagawin ko. Basta nag-a-apply lang ako. Basta lang yung gano'n, bahala na, ganun kasi ako noon eh. Mas mabuting meron talagang nag-guide. Meron ka talaga, alam mo talaga kung paano. Yun. Dun sa BA seminar ko nalaman kung paano ba talaga.
Yeah. Okay. So, some quick questions. Sagutin mo na lang siya quickly para makatapos na tayo. Would you prefer to tell people to get one job or multiple jobs?
Multiple jobs. Kasi kapag one job at nawala yan, wala. Kagaya noon, ako one job lang ako noon eh. Takot. Unang-una, natatakot ka mag-resign kahit na inaabuso ka na ng client mo. At least kung may multiple jobs ka, pwede mo sabihin, sige, abusado ka, okay, resign ako sa'yo, meron naman akong isang job. So, syempre, mas maraming jobs, mas maraming kita mo, pero make sure that yung workload maha-handle mo rin.
Okay. Pag nag-write ka, tapos may revisions, how do you manage the revisions?
May revisions, minsan binabalik sa akin, may times talaga na binabalik sa akin yung article kasi meron silang mga, halimbawa, hindi nila masyadong type yung style. Nire-revise ko naman, okay lang, pero once or twice, okay lang yan. Pero pag mahalata mo na lagi na lang may revisions, minsan ginagawa nila yan para magkaroon ng iba't ibang version yung article. Kasi to avoid duplicate content. Duplicate content, di kasi pwede yung pareho yung article sa multiple websites. Hindi pwede yan. So, minsan pinapare-write nila. Sometimes, they try to get clever or masyadong wais. Ginagawa nila, kunwari hindi nila gusto yung ginawa mo. So, paparevise nila sa'yo. Di mag-iiba yung words dun sa article mo. Okay lang yan once or twice, pero pag ulit-ulitin, magduda ka na. Kasi they're just taking advantage of you.
So, do you fire them or what?
I fire them. I tell them na it's no longer working. Ganon. Between us, or
That's it. That's how you do it.
Minsan,
So,
okay. And
wala na tayong time eh. So, kahit na gusto mo ng tanong, wala na akong oras. Okay. So, lastly, okay, thank you very much, Dayan, for answering us and entertaining us all the way from Kalibo, Aklan. Salamat. And
salamat din.
Salamat sa
Thanks for the
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. Talaga namang I love sharing what I know. Medyo kinakabahan lang ako ngayon kasi this is actually my first time to speak sa webinar. So medyo may kaba pa at saka kaya medyo nagsistammer ako. But I hope you learned a lot.
Yeah. Ito yung sagot sa tanong na how do you fire your client? Sige nga, ikaw nga. Fire your client, for example.
Sinasabi ko, it's no longer working. Minsan magtatanong pa sila, sasabihin ko sa kanila, yung ginagawa ko pag makulit talaga, tinataasan yung rate ko.
Paano yun?
Sinasabi ko, it's no longer working. Tapos sabi niya, but why? What can I do to make it better? To make it work? Sabi ko, well, sasabihin ko sa kanila, ay, halimbawa kung abusado na, ganyan, ano, sabi ko na, I've raised my rates. Ganyan. From $15, nagawa ko ng $20. Pero sabihin ko lang yun, $15 pa rin ako mag-ano sa iba kong clients. Hindi na sila willing kasi hindi na nila ma-afford yung rate ko. Kung masyadong makulit. Yun.
Okay. So, reminder everyone, thank you for sharing, Diane. Alam ko marami silang natutunan. Kahit ako, marami akong natutunan. So, just a short reminder before everybody just goes off and goes to sleep. Okay. What's coming up? Coming up is the VA seminar on Saturday. That's what? March 16. If you are attending it, great. If you think you're going to attend the next one, asa ka pa. Because I'm not sure if there's going to be a next one. And I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. I've stopped seminars in the past because people aren't interested in them. They prefer to download. So, kung ang majority of the people you're with 2013 gusto nila mag-download, I might not do the VA seminar anymore. Siguro once a year. Kasi this year, magiging mukhang twice a year na lang eh. Last year was 4 times a year. So ngayon, twice a year. So you're getting the trend, right? People don't want to do the VA seminar live anymore. They want to get the download. So, if you want to attend live, wala ka ng choice kundi the March 16. Not sure if we're gonna do it again in another date in November. So that's a promise, okay? Unless things change na maraming nagsabi, oh, I want you to do a live event. I will not do the live event anymore. That's one. The other one is, like in Davao, only 4 people are interested in the Davao seminar this last Saturday. So, hindi ko na tinuloy, no? 4 na tao lang attend, tapos punta akong Davao. Wag na, download na lang kayo. So, that's one. The other one is the VA, ano pangalan nun? League of Experts. And I've opened up 2 new things regarding that. Let me just create a new thing here kasi masikip na dito eh. So the VA League of Experts is this mentoring program designed for people na kailangan na ng support. So just tell you shortly kung ano to. Alam niyo na ata eh. Yung mga hindi niyo alam, ganito yan. So may VA seminar, di ba? So let's say you've chosen to become a VA. So, ang requirement mo, hindi yan ng you. This is you. You yan, you. Ay, ang kulit! Ayaw niya magpabura. Sige, fine. Hindi kita buburahin. So, you've chosen to become a VA. So, the first path you need to do is you attend or download the VA seminar, right? So, dinownload mo siya. Ngayon, ang path niyan, after you've done that, is you go get into mentoring para mas tumaas pa yung rate mo. There are 2 kinds of mentoring. Okay? The one is completely all about marketing. So, kung feeling mo kailangan mo matuto ng marketing kasi yun ang mataas ng ano. Ito yung mataas na kikita eh. Pag nag-aaral ka ng online marketing, mataas ang kita ng VA eh. So, the kind of mentoring you can get is the MMI marketing, MMI mentoring. So, Marketing Master Insider is completely marketing. So, that's 12 months na lessons. Daming laman yan. Most of my successful students dito galing. Yung mga high earnings ang ibig sabihin ng successful, high earning. The second kind of mentoring is the new one we did. It's called VA League of Experts. Mas comprehensive ito. Ito kasing MMI mentoring, marketing lang yan. Marketing lang talaga yan. Wala yung time management, wala yung life management, wala yung relationship management, walang mga ganun. Ang VA League of Experts, this is 3 things. Technical skills. Okay? So you need to know technical skills. You need to know business skills. How to run a business because VA is a business. That's different. And you also need to learn marketing skills. So, tatlo ang coverage ng League of Experts. Now, this is a 12-month program yung MMI. Yung League of Experts is walang ano yan, no time, ano yan, endpoints? Walang ending, no ending. You can cancel anytime. So, ang payment nito monthly. Or, pag gusto mong mag-cash, 6 months advance. Normally, PayPal yan. PayPal credit card. So, you stay in if you still need the help. If you don't need the help, you can graduate and learn all about marketing, MMI mentoring. By the way, kung gusto mo maging online marketer, you have to be in the MMI mentoring program. Ito yung question, I'm telling you all about this because if you don't go through the VA seminar, don't attend it, and you're not a VA, you don't plan on getting into the VA seminar, hindi ka pwedeng mag-qualify dito sa VA League of Experts. Kasi, we don't want you asking questions na alam kung nasa sa VA seminar naman. Okay? So, if you're serious about becoming a VA, gusto mo gayahin si Dayan, sila Ana, you go download the VA seminar. On the same day, you can get yourself into the VA League of Experts. Walang problema. Okay? Para clear tayo na lahat kayo, you know what an elevator pitch is. You know what it exactly looks like. You know the format of the resume na tinuturo natin para mag-work lahat yan. Okay? So, yan yung pattern na tinatry natin i-follow. So, parang school ito, ang curriculum mo, grade 1, download or attend the live VA seminar, then grade 2, kuha ka ng mentoring, MMI mentoring or VA League of Experts. Ayan. Hanggang, ang deadline nito is March 19 for the bonuses and the rates. Okay, March 19. The new stuff about the VA League of Experts is meron na siyang dalawang options. Ay, sorry, hindi yan. Mali yan. So, the two options involved here are the following. Meron ka ng ability to attend the MMI workshop webinar. So, this is a section of the MMI na pwede mong salihan. And you're also ability to join the MMI meetups. So, ano yan? So, yung MMI mentoring, meron siyang option to do a webinar, which is 3 hours na trabaho lang. Meaning, gagawa ka ng website, titingnan ko, ano yan? On the spot. You know what I mean by on the spot? Okay? Pakitype mo nga sa chatroom, on the spot. This is on the spot workshop. Kung saan ka nakaupo, hands-on yan. So, every month, merong ganyan. So, this is monthly. As long as you're a member of the workshop webinar, kasi this is an upgrade to the VA League of Experts. Kasama mo yung mga nasa MMI na members ko ngayon. Actually, pati mastermind nandyan. At kasama mo sila learning all about the skills na tinuturo ko sa kanila. This is on-the-spot workshop. Wherever you're sitting on, you will you will do it. Sabihin ko sa'yo, okay, gagawa tayong Google Ads. Dunk! Kapakita ko sa inyo 1 hour. Like, next 2 hours, kayo naman. Ganun. Okay? May tanong dito. Kailan kayo magbibill? Kung kailan ka pumasok, doon ka magbibill. Pumasok ka today, magbibill ka ng March 11 at saka April 11, every 11th. Now, yung upgrade naman na meetup, so we call the workshop webinar the gold upgrade. Okay? Kasi, masasamahan mo yung mga gold members ng MMI. Yung MMI meetup is called the platinum upgrade. Kasi kasama mo yung mga platinum members ng MMI. We meet. The next meeting is March 21, 8 a.m. umaga. Kasi gusto nila umaga eh. 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. May early brunch tayo. Hindi lunch yan, brunch lang yan. Okay, so what do you do in the meetings? The meeting is strategy sessions. 2 to 3 people will help you come up with your own strategy for your business. Kung ano man yung business mo. In this case, it's gonna be VA business. Okay? So, ang mangyari dyan, entrepreneurs gather around in one room dito sa Rosewood where I live, and then they help you figure out how are you going to approach your business, and you will help them figure out how you will approach your business. So every month may iba kang partners, and then we go marami tayong time together na kayo lang, tatlo kayo, you discuss your business with each other. And you swap partners, and you go back, I teach you some more, and then essentially we create strategies and messages and techniques dito sa Platinum Meetups. Okay? And then we actually implement sa Gold upgrade. Yan. By the way, ano lang to, you can get the Gold upgrade or the Platinum upgrade. If you want both, pumunta na lang kayo sa MMI. Okay? Kasi weird nun eh. You want both, go into the MMI mentoring directly. In MMI, you don't have to have any experience as a VA or online marketer. MMI is open to anyone na gusto matuto ng marketing. Business person ka, politician ka, whoever, you can go into MMI mentoring. And sa MMI, may choice ka na workshop, webinar, or platinum upgrade. It's really up to you. Okay, so MMI is open to all. VA League of Experts only for those seriously considering becoming a VA. Okay, kasi MMI pwede rin yung online marketer eh. So this one, you have to be, the requirement talaga is, you need to be a VA already, or you have downloaded or attended the VA seminar. Or kahit sabay. In the same month, ginagawa mo lahat yan. Yan. Okay? So, ang price ng VA League of Experts is as low as 900 pesos a month, 997 a month. You get all three of these. Tapos the gold upgrade, I don't remember the price. I think it's 19. And the platinum upgrade is, siyempre hindi ko na matandaan. Okay? So, pumunta na lang kayo. Okay? Doon sa website nito. So, the website of this is the VA League of Experts. This is the marvelous deal of the month. So, you go to the website, and the website is called jhilario.com/ your marvelous deals. Yan. Deals. Yan. So, you go to this website to get in there. Hanggang Tuesday next week na lang yan, ha? It's gonna be open forever, but the bonuses will not be present all the time, and we're probably gonna change the price. Okay? So, ito yung website to go. Ang ibig sabihin ng pairs, Myra, is magdala ka ng isang tao, magdagdag ka lang ng 1.5. Yun ang sabihin ng pairs discounts. So, kung dalawa kayo sa seminar, bayad ka ng, let's say, 3,000, dagdag ka ng 1.5 to pay for your pair, yung kasama mo isa pa. Okay? So, I hope that helps. And that's what all I needed to say today. Okay? So if you have questions, just address the questions on Facebook, in our Facebook group. And what's the name of our Facebook group? If nobody knows, it's this one. It's jhilario.com/jhmastery group. So that's our Facebook group for everybody who wants to learn more, wants to have a copy of the recording of this one. Ayan. JH Mastery Group. Okay? So, Myra, hindi ko naintindihan yung 6K. Maybe tama ka. Basta makita mo sa website na lang. So, for more questions, go to JH Mastery Group. Nandun si Diane then. And to look at the marvelous deal for the month, you go to Jhilario, your marvelous deals. Okay? So, goodbye, Diane. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for
Bye.
joining.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.